Under the Health and Safety at Work Act 2015, every business owner has the obligation to provide a safe place of work for their customers and employees. What many people don't know is that the law imposes severe penalties for non-compliance, which can be up to $3 million in fines or up to 5 years of imprisonment. Also, the penalty is personal to the director, which means you can't simply liquidate a company try to avoid paying that fine. And in addition, you can't take on insurance against that risk. Therefore, all business owners must take their health and safety obligations very seriously, or face the risk of severe consequences. In order to satisfy their health and safety obligations, a business owner must take reasonable steps to provide a safe place of work. As long as the business owner can prove that reasonable steps were taken, then they will not be held responsible for any unforeseen risks or accidents. You can take the following steps to provide a safe place of work. Number 1, identify all foreseeable risks. Number 2, implement controls to minimize those risks. And number 3, audit those controls on a regular basis to ensure that they are working. For example, if you operate a restaurant which has a deep fryer, then a major risk is water getting into that deep fryer, leading to an explosion which may result in severe burns for an employee. So some common sense controls you could implement might include: Number 1, training employees of the danger of mixing water with hot oil. Or number 2, keeping the deep fryer at least 3 meters away from any source of water. Or number 3, putting a big warning sign above the deep fryer. Or number 4, just not putting any shelves directly above the deep fryer. Ideally, you want to have 3 controls for any one risk, so that if any one control were to fail, you still have 2 controls as backup to make sure that that risk does not happen. And lastly, you want to make sure that you audit these controls on a regular basis to ensure that they are still working as expected. Here at Capstone Law, we can help you adopt best practice to minimize your exposure to penalties under the Health and Safety